Yes, Your Honor, because of your stupid ass state of Kansas.
Okay, you've just been found in contempt of court. Appear, we need a bench warrant for his failure to appear today for failing to come to court.
Hey everybody, the Irish Demon here, back with another video. We got this guy over here, old Danny Boy, and he decides to do arguably the worst possible thing that you can do in court, and that is to swear at the judge. Not only that, but he also rage quits and gets himself a bench warrant. Now, I'm not going to do a whole lot of talking in this one. I just want you to sit back, relax, maybe get yourself a cup of coffee, specifically in an Irish Demon coffee mug, which you can find linked down below. Shameful plug. And as I said before, there's a good chance that this video will be demonetized, but we'll catch up about that here in a little bit.
Daniel Lyman, are you here?
Yes, Your Honor.
You still don't have counsel, is that correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
Well, let's take up your case.
I know today is my possession of marijuana on the payer appear and
Okay,
everything.
well, let me call that case number. We're on the record now in 2021 CR 274, State of Kansas versus Daniel Lynn Lyman Jr. The state appearing by and through Jared Regier, and the defendant in person and pro se. We have had a situation where you are supposed to pay November 28th of 2022. You did indicate you wanted to represent yourself without counsel and waived counsel on record. And you had been on diversion. You got another charge of driving while suspended. You ended up, it looks like, getting your diversion revoked, being found guilty at trial, sentenced, and you were supposed to have your case paid by today, February 6th. Now, what were you saying, sir?
The reason why I haven't had it paid yet is because the job that I was supposed to go for at American Eagle in Ottawa, it didn't plan out as planned. So I'm working at a motel over here in El Dorado,
Okay.
and it's just not bringing in as much money as it should. And I get paid twice a month. I have a lot of bills to pay, plus my court fines. I'm not trying to miss any of my court fines. I'm not trying to do any of that. I'm trying to pay everything that I can at once. I was just going to ask you if I can start paying maybe between $20 and $50 a month. And my first payment I can put on this one is on the 8th of this month, guaranteed.
Well, you've always been allowed to make payments as long as you had it paid in full by your pay or appear date, i.e. today. So, now remind me, are you married or single?
I am single.
And remind me if you have children you support.
Right now I have a stepchild that I support.
Now you're single, but you have a stepchild that you support.
Yes, because I am in a relationship. I'm not married or anything. I'm in a relationship, but I support me, my fiance, and our child right now.
Well,
Because
I don't know why you're supporting these, why you've taken on new obligations when you haven't taken care of your old ones, such as paying your case. You owe, sir, $658.
Yes, ma'am. I understand.
And you have not made any payments since November?
No, ma'am. I've barely been working. Like I said, I have this job and everything. I've been paying my bills and everything because I do have rent to pay. I have my phone bill. I have my SR22 insurance that I'm trying to pay, so that way I can also get my license back. I have my fines to pay. I have a lot of stuff to pay right now, honestly, and I'm just not trying to go to jail over all this.
Well, I was going to say, I was going to ask you if you thought it'd be easier just to go serve the 90 days in jail and send these costs to civil collections. Do you want to do that?
I don't, because it just messed everything up. Because I still have my Lyon County court case for my 2021 case back then when I had that case that I'm still trying to pay on as well.
What do you have going on in Lyon County?
I got it before this possession of marijuana case. It was a duty of driver / no DL at the time. And they dropped the duty of driver down to a no DL, and I'm just having to pay on that of $377 as well.
So you had a car wreck?
Yes, ma'am.
Without insurance?
No, it was with insurance. It was with insurance.
Okay, and you didn't report it to law enforcement and they found out about it?
Yes, ma'am. It was my fault. I take all.
When did you do that?
That was in 2021, almost 2 years ago.
This case was in 2021, June of 2021. When was your Lyon County?
It was after I got served papers when I was on house arrest in Lyon County. Because I had completed my house arrest and I was on house arrest when I got into the wreck. I didn't report it. I got in trouble. I got a ticket.
How were you
And
on house arrest and driving at the same time? House arrest means jail.
house arrest, I was going to work and back, and I ended up getting in a wreck.
Okay,
And
so they gave you work release from your house arrest,
yes, ma'am.
and on your way to or from, you had a wreck, and then you didn't
Yes,
report it.
and I failed to
Oh,
report it.
well, okay, well, I just kind of wanted an idea of what was going on over there. Have you paid anything on that case?
I've been slowly paying on it and everything. I try to make $10 payments. If I can't make it, I call them and let them know, and they told me just to pay it next month and
So
everything. So I have owed $377. I've only paid $20 on their case so far too.
Well, how come they've gotten $20 and I haven't gotten anything?
I apologize. Like I said, I'm trying to pay everything all at once, and it's just all adding up on me. And I really don't want to go to jail over all this. I want to try to get it all paid. I know I'm not being very good at it right now, but I do
Okay.
apologize with everything I have, and
Okay,
my first
hang
payment I
on,
can make.
hang on. And you were on house arrest and you got served with papers for possessing marijuana in another county.
Ah, yes. He got arrested for possessing marijuanas. Can you imagine going into a dispensary? Can I get 3 marijuanas, please? Well, it's your lucky day, sir, because it's buy 3 marijuanas, get 1 extra marijuana free.
Is that what you told me?
Yes, because originally back in 21, if you can let me just start over real quick, I got pulled over in the state of Kansas and in Butler County area, and I had my warrants active for Lyon County and Butler County at the time. I ended up serving my 7 days in Butler County for the city court. They transferred me over to Butler County or Lyon County after I got stopped for my possession of marijuana. And that's how I got my possession of marijuana. They did not take me to jail over my possession of marijuana. They charged me for my warrants, took me to jail over them. I served my time in Butler and Lyon County jail, got out on house arrest. By the time I got out on house arrest, I was served my marijuana papers. I got diversion for those. I completed my house arrest, got off, and now I just been fighting my duty of driver / no driver's license over there. Been trying to pay that off. Then I got another one through you guys for the no driver's license back in July and everything. And I just been trying to pay all 3 of these tickets off and paying my rent, my phone bill, my SR22 insurance to get my license back. I'm trying it all, and got a ticket. And I just feel like this is unfair on me. Just because I can't pay a fine.
Okay, sir, I understood you to say you drove in Lyon County, and you wrecked and didn't report it. So there, you drove that day, right?
Yes, and that was my fault. But in
And
the
then I
meantime,
understood that you drove in Butler County and after this case.
yes,
after
ma'am.
the marijuana case.
All
So
these
1
driving-
+ 1 = 2, Mr. Lyon. So you've driven at least twice illegally in Kansas.
Yes, ma'am, I have, but that is because I have to go to work and back. How am I supposed to go to work and back while I'm trying to get my license without anyone offering me to give rides? I'm not trying to walk out of town. If I live in Leon, Kansas with my parents at the time, how am I supposed to get back and forth to work if they can't give me rides and I'm the only one with the vehicle, but they don't want to wake up to give me rides and I have to go to work to go pay my stuff? How is this all fair with me? Because people won't give me rides. I can't drive and stuff like that. Yes, I live in El Dorado now and I walk to my workplace.
It's called being an adult, bro. Maybe if you didn't get into so much trouble with your driving, you'd be able to get back on the road legally and you wouldn't have this problem. I get it, it's not easy, but nobody cares. Work harder.
And everything. But
Where do you work in El Dorado now?
I work at motels, the Motel
Okay,
6,
you told me that. And where do you live?
Silverwood Apartments.
Okay, so that's not too far from where you work.
No, ma'am. And that's why I said I walk now. I don't drive. I'm trying everything that I can. Right now I feel like everything is gathering up on me and I can't have a chance to do anything because I'm trying to get my life together. I promise you, I'm not trying to drive. I'm not trying to get in trouble.
Stop. Okay, you said you haven't been given a break. It looks like you were put on the deferred disposition docket, which means you were what? Given diversion in this case initially?
Yes, ma'am.
And then you didn't comply with that was a break. If you'd done what you were supposed to, the charges would have been dismissed and kept off your record. So wasn't that a break? and you didn't comply with it, so you got that revoked. And then you were sentenced and given terms. I let you pick when you were going to pay this off, and you picked today. And then you didn't comply with that. You know, I didn't have to give you probation when I sentenced you. Probation is a privilege. It's not a right. So that was a break. I didn't put you in jail, right? That's two breaks right here in this case.
Yes,
So,
Your Honor, you are correct.
and if I transfer you to reporting probation, that's still a break, and that's a third break. So I really don't think you have any grounds to sit here and say, poor me, Kansas is too mean to me.
Yeah, it is. It really is. If I had a choice, I would move out of Kansas right now, and I would never
How can
come.
you say it's mean to you when we're giving you all these breaks and you won't quit violating the law?
I've been trying to stay out of trouble. I got in trouble once this year for
Right.
driving, and I was trying to drive home from work.
For this year, you've already gotten in trouble in 2023?
Or not this year. 2022 is what I'm talking about.
Oh, poor you. So you keep getting into trouble, but it's absolutely everybody else's fault. So now when the chickens come home to roost, you won't take any accountability. Guess you better rage quit.
Sorry, I forgot it's 2023 now. But yes, in 2022, I only got in trouble once. I had not been in trouble ever since all my old cases. I only got in trouble that once in 2022 for driving back in July. I have not been in trouble
we're not going to
since.
keep talking in circles here, and you're not going to
I'm gonna
convince
just
me.
move out of state because I'm done. I'm done dealing with this. I'm moving out of state. I'm moving
Well-
right now.
Yeah, this isn't that home with your mom where you're like, I'm done with this, I'm moving. No, you're not going anywhere. In fact, no, you're definitely not going anywhere because you're about to get yourself a bench warrant, aren't you?
Well, no, not unless you have court authority in all your cases
don't-
to move out. You're
I
not,
don't
if you're
care. I'm
on
moving out of state,
probation.
and you guys ain't coming to get me. I will move out of state.
I am transferring you to supervised probation, and you have 30 days to get this all paid. Call your probation officer this morning.
I'm not doing any of it. I'm moving out of state. I'm packing my stuff up right now.
You're telling me you're not going to comply with my orders?
Fine. Yes, I will. I will apply with your orders.
No. I am going to, where do you live?
Silverwood Apartments.
Silverwood Apartments in El Dorado. I am transferring your probation. You are to call the probation office. And you have 30 days to have this paid in full.
Or else I go to jail.
You either go to jail or you get your probation extended, whichever we decide to do. If you can show me you need more time to pay it, that you've made a good faith effort, I will certainly consider extending it, but you will be in violation of your probation, and it'll either be extended or you'll get it revoked and go to jail, one or the other.
In my
Because
opinion, this is really, really stupid.
because you have, as I understand it, Mr. Regier, he has violated the law since he was put on this probation in November. And if that is correct, that's a violation of his probation. I understood him to say he got a driving while suspended. Is that right, Mr. Lyman?
Yes, Your Honor. Because of your stupid ass motherfucking state of Kansas.
Okay, you've just been found in contempt of court.
You know what? I can do fucking less. Fuck you. I'm moving out of
All
state.
right, you are in contempt of court. You have now failed to appear. We need a bench warrant for his failure to appear today for failing to come to court. He's in contempt for his language, and we will deal with that at the next hearing, but please do a bench warrant as soon as possible, Mr. Regier, for his failure to come to leave court.
So there we have it, folks. We have this man-child over here who can't take any accountability for his own actions. It's everybody else's fault but his own. You heard him yourself complaining about the fact that he can't get himself out of trouble. So what does he do? Drop an F-bomb at the judge, get himself in even more trouble, and state that he's going to move out of state so that he doesn't face any of these issues. Me thinks that maybe everything's going to be revoked and you'll probably get your 90 days in jail. Well done. And then you also have that contempt charge on top of it. Well done. Anyway, folks, just to let you know, a lot of these kind of videos are getting demonetized at the moment because of some of the subject matter. So if you want to help this channel, make sure and hit that like button, comment and subscribe and all that stuff. Consider becoming a member or a Patreon or dropping a tip in the PayPal tip jar down below. Now, I'm giving away a box of Irish Demon merch and a few other bits from here in Ireland to one lucky winner every single month. And the way you can enter into that is for anybody who decides to make a donation through PayPal, every dollar would count as one entry. Also, the super thanks down below, the same rules apply. And if you don't have anything to contribute financially at the moment, then what I would ask you to do is leave a comment down below and let me know that you have shared this video. And if you do that, you'll also be in with a chance to win one of those boxes. Anyway, thank you so much, folks. I hope you enjoyed the video. We'll catch you in the next one. Sláinte.